Okay, so just like a disclaimer up front, this video is going to be about the whole Doja Cat thing. It might trigger you and piss you off. If that's the case, it's really not like my intention, but it was something that I wanted to speak about because I keep seeing people rant and rave about her, right? Doja Cat is an artist. She is a rapper as well, pop artist, I would say too. And for the past couple of years, she's been like going through a transformation. You can clearly see that she's like evolving on a personal level and trying to find her identity, probably within a lot of structures that have held a lot of power over her, like Hollywood, her record labels, stuff like that. And she's a creative person. So yeah, she does like some wild looks sometimes. She's shaved her head in the past like year, which who knows or cares why she did that. She's just been mercilessly ripped apart by everyone, no matter what she's done for the past couple of years on the internet. Meanwhile, her music is like #1 on every chart. So it's like you can keep bullying her and cyberbullying her, but she's going to continue to be successful, obviously. So the newest trend lately is everybody like dragging her because she sold her soul to the devil. So #1, just to let you know that that's not like actually a thing. It's not possible. It's not a thing. Whether you're into some sort of like darker craft or whatever, it's a lot different than that. It's not that simple. Like your soul is a part of you. It is your essence. It is the vibration of you. It is the words you speak. It is the things you do. It is predominantly the goodness inside of your heart. Are you a loving person? Do you share that with others? Do you hold yourself accountable, right? So it's just amazing to me to watch like American culture look at someone that is on display in the public eye and rip them apart and call them horrible, disgusting names because they are expressing themselves. And the people that are ripping her apart are like, she like created a video called Demons. She's dressed up in this like bodysuit. It's scary. It's giving me nightmares. It's this, it's that. To me, what that says about the people that are saying that is that they have never been able to actually like take a flashlight and kind of get in there and really look at their own darkness, because you all have it. That is the only thing she is doing. She is playing with art. She's playing with psychological stuff. Like, do you watch the show American Horror Story? That's no different. Do you like horror movies? That's no different. Things like this, like we can't pick and choose what's acceptable and what's not. She was bullied. So yeah, maybe some of her looks and her ways creatively have become really extreme. But that's because #1, human beings pushed her into that place, right? And then like, in addition to that, it's like, it's really not like none of your business. If you don't like it, scroll. If you don't like it, stop listening to the music. If you don't like it, change the channel. That's the way it's always been. Our world is built around a society that is nothing but media all the time. What she's doing and the themes and stuff in her videos are no darker than a lot of the commercials you see every day, the movies you watch, the companies that own the food that you eat sometimes, right? Like the news stations that you are watching. What she's doing is just playing on your fears. And until you investigate your fears, you will find something that's wrong in everything and everyone else for all of your life. But all she's doing, she is on her own journey. Maybe she's like, you know, knee deep in a spiritual awakening, which can get a little dicey. And you're seeing that, sure. You know what I mean? But she is entitled to do that. And just because she is in front of the public eye doesn't give you the right to bully her and tear her apart. I understand like celebrities, that is, people say like that's what they signed up for. Definitely, you know, but like celebrities are, they're kind of like the stuff that regular people deal with, I feel like, but it's like exemplified on like a grander scale. So obviously like celebrities work on a stage, right? Like media production, music videos, albums, you know, their artwork, all that stuff is a stage where they perform and we're kind of like the audience digesting it, right? So it's very interesting to me the way to see just like human beings like going in on this and talking about like how evil she is and how she's like the worst person that ever walked the earth. Like, Doja Cat is not here to single-handedly brainwash you into evil. Like, that's so beyond like a wild way to think. So it's like, until we start really embracing our own shadow and being able to like take things in stride and self-reflect, we're going to continue to find, you know, so much issue with anyone and everything that is different, right? And we can't just go based right off of like a one scripture, a one religious like structure, and say that anything that doesn't look like what we think is purity and divinity and love and light isn't still love, or isn't still, you know, consciousness. And obviously this is going like somewhere else because it's consciousness as a whole, it's duality, you know. But if I can leave you with anything, I would just say, don't read what's the expression? Don't judge a book by its cover. Like, artists, celebrities in particular, play with their appearance so much because they're trying to show you like the essence of who they are on the inside. They're trying to find it for themselves sometimes because they've already been put through the ringer by all these other human beings making comments about them, you know. But you have to be strong, you know, strong-minded enough to not see stuff like this and immediately assume that it's there to brainwash you. Like, the lack, I should say, of depth sometimes of the people we're sharing this planet with. I don't like to be like divisive or like, you know, negative, but it's like concerning sometimes. It's like, enough, like stop projecting. And this is just a perfect example of that, because like for the longest time, I mean, growing up, you know, we saw so many celebrities get like ripped apart for their body image, for too sexy, too conservative, too whatever. It's like, give it a rest. Take a look at your own life. I think that's like the big lesson here. We all need to like take a look at our own shit and stop caring so much about what other people are doing. If you don't like it, change the channel. But just because someone is dressing in red and using the word demons and she's saying I'm a demon, yeah, of course she's going to say that. Of course she's going to do that, because you all have pushed her into that place where you tried to tell the world who she was, and you said she was evil, and you said she was demonic. So she's gonna shove it in your face because she's an artist. She's going to make you uncomfortable because she's an artist. And I think that like just watching her evolve, like this most recent time where she came out, I think with the song Attention, where she basically just told like all of her haters to go fuck themselves, and that became like a #1 hit. And then here are all these people being like, you know, on the internet, like, she needs to be grateful to her fans. And she's like, no, I don't. And people are so mad about that. It's like, she doesn't. You don't owe anyone anything, and nobody owes anything to you. This is a good example of that. But this has gone on pretty long. I just like, it's been sitting in my thoughts for like days, and every time I see another like post or share or someone bitching and complaining about this, I'm like, get over yourself and like do the work. That's all I can say, is do the work, and this stuff won't bother you as much. And then maybe you can look at it, you know, from a lens of like appreciation for the artistry versus immediately having to call it evil, demonic, horrible, and like damn her to hell, or whatever you think hell is, or your version of hell, right? Expand your mind. And that's that.